Welcome to the Community Difference Frisco, powered by the Difference Media LLC, hosted by Brian Poduska, and sponsored by Real Property Management Focus, Certainty Home Lending, Donovan Creative Agency, Bethany Rowan with Rowan Homes, the Frisco Fighters Arena Football Team, Total Care, PBJ Mortgage, Best Buddies, the Frisco Rough Riders Baseball Team, and by Team Watson Redeemers.
The Community Difference Frisco was created to serve as a platform for local leaders and business professionals to showcase their expertise, values, and commitment to their community. Overall, the podcast aims to create a stronger sense of community in North Texas by highlighting the often overlooked or unnoticed good work being done by local leaders, businesses, and professionals.
So sit back and relax as our host, co-host, and their guests share inspirational stories, experiences, thoughts and insights about being a professional, along with the opportunities for our businesses to serve our communities in very special ways. Because the Community Difference Frisco starts now.
Well, good afternoon, Frisco. Welcome to the Community Difference Frisco. It's a podcast firmly rooted at the intersection of business development and community involvement. My name is Brian Poduska. I am your host for the Community Difference Frisco show. You are watching episode number 34 of the Community Difference Frisco. If you haven't seen us before, we are a community-based podcast, essentially putting the spotlight on local community leaders, business owners, entrepreneurs here in the Frisco community, community leaders being politicians and or committee members locally here in Frisco, Frisco ISD leadership, nonprofit leadership, who we're going to spotlight today for sure, and then sports leadership. As you may have seen before, we have several local sports organizations as our sponsors, the Frisco Fighters and the Frisco Rough Riders, Mesquite Rodeo here locally as well. So that is what we do. Once again, my name is Brian Poduska. I'm the owner of Real Property Management Focus, where we focus on your real estate investments so you don't have to. I operate right here out of Frisco, and we operate all over the DFW area. If you haven't seen the show, we do have rotating co-hosts who I'm going to introduce here shortly. We also have a business topic of the month. This month's topic is the art of standing out in a crowded marketplace. So we will dive into that a little bit later. But right now, Lennon, why don't we go ahead and bring on our first co-host? Let's bring in Jax. Hi, Jax. How are you today?
Hey, I'm great, Brian. How are you?
I am doing fantastic. It seems like it should be Saturday already. That's how much stuff has been crammed into this week. So, just happy to be here. How are you, and how is your week going?
Oh, it's going great. And I agree with you. It's been a crazy week. And unfortunately, Texas is trying to melt us down into a puddle because it is hotter than you know what here right now. But that's okay. We'll survive. Good thing the AC is good and where I'm located. So.
Well, that might be one of our rapid fire questions later. Would you rather be in the Texas heat in August or? But yes, it is. I guess it's that time of year. We had a nice little 2-week break there, but I think God is getting back at us with the current heat. But what I'd like you to do is introduce yourself, and then if you don't mind introducing your guest.
Yeah, absolutely. So my name is Jacqueline Crider, or Jax Crider, and I am the owner of PBJ Mortgage, where we are making mortgage simple as making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And really our goal is just to educate, empathize, and empower individuals in their homeownership dreams and goals. It shouldn't have to be complicated, and that's really what we do. We do loans all over Texas, and then also even in some other states as well, but predominantly in Texas because I am pretty much a Texas native. I have been here since I was 1 year old. So I've been doing it for a very, very long time, and it's always a pleasure to get to join you on the show.
Well, it's always a pleasure having you on the show. And I guess since 1 year old, that makes you a native Texan for sure.
I'm the only non-native Texan in my family. I was the only one born here, and I was born in Oklahoma, which is pretty much like Texas's cousin, right? So,
Well, yeah, Texas is a little tiny cousin, but yeah, we'll
exactly.
No hate on Oklahoma. Why don't you go ahead and intro your guest today? Excited to meet her.
Yes, absolutely. All right. So this is Chanel. Did I say that right?
You did, Chanel.
I was gonna say, yeah, that was the big question mark, is how exactly do we say her name? But I think I got it right. So Chanel's actually been in my space for a long time, in the mortgage side, but then recently started a brand new company that is actually kind of helping realtors and sellers prepare their house for sale. So she really loves the whole home remodeling kind of a space. We kind of have a little bit of that in common because my mom is interior design. And so she and I kind of connected over that. But yes, so they're trying to take a lot of that pressure off people when they're looking to sell their house and help them figure it out so they can kind of make sure that they can get top dollar. Hopefully I didn't totally butcher that, Chanel.
No, you got it right. Yeah, we do. We are the one-stop shop. We partner with realtors and sellers to help get ready, homes ready for sale as fast as possible. What does make us stand out is, a realtor doesn't have to coordinate that whole process. So it helps the realtor sell the house faster and for a higher price, which is a win for everyone.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, as a realtor, I can certainly appreciate that. It's a pleasure to have you on the show today, Chanel. What are you most looking forward to today?
I'm looking forward to connecting more with the community, finding ways that I may be able to help, and just creating awareness for my company, Homestretch. I think a lot of people just don't know about us yet, and when they do, it's been a positive response. So I'm looking forward to letting people know more about us.
Awesome. Well, like I said, happy to have you on the show. One of the themes here on The Difference is be seen, be heard, and be remembered. So you are on your way, and we're happy to start, help startups get their name out there and really build that credibility in the community. So
thank you. Very honored to be here. Thank you.
For sure. Look forward to diving a little bit more deeper into you and your thoughts on the business topic of the month. All right, Landon, do me a favor and let's bring in Tracy Churchman. Hi, Tracy. How are you today?
Hi, great. How are you?
Doing fantastic. Great to see you.
Likewise.
Awesome. So I'd like you to introduce yourself and, our partnership here. And I have to ask, is your guest, was she able to join backstage or we still wait?
Not yet.
She said she's backstage waiting.
No, she's got the wrong link. So she's not backstage.
Okay. We'll get that sorted out.
The beauty of a live show, guys. The beauty of a live show.
So for those of you, again, who may be watching for the first time, we are a live show. So what you see is what you get. And we're basically live radio, and then we'll go in syndication after that. But without, we'll get Tracy with an E. So Tracy's guest is also named Tracy. So trying to make things difficult on me already.
Always.
But, Tracy Churchman, why don't you introduce yourself to the audience, and then we'll get your guest in as soon as we can.
Yeah. Well, first, I didn't know that you missed the pink memo, Brian.
I totally did. I'm a boring gray and black. That's all I
got. So I'm Tracy Churchman. I am the development director for Best Buddies North Texas, which means I get to raise all the money for our programs here in North Texas for our participants in Best Buddies. And all of our participants in Best Buddies have an intellectual or developmental disability. And we at Best Buddies aim to end their isolation through friendships, through jobs, and through leadership here in North Texas.
Awesome. Love that and love our partnership with you guys. So you said North Texas and it's global as well, right? So
we are. Yeah, we're a global organization, been around for 35 years. Anthony Kennedy Shriver is our founder. And in Texas, we've been here since 1993, I think. So, yeah.
We're excited to be partnered with you guys and, be at the community level with a global organization, which I think is pretty exciting. So during the break, we'll see if we can, figure out the technicalities here to get your guest, Tracy, on. And at that point, we'll allow her to introduce herself. What we're going to do right now is take a quick commercial break. On the backside, we're going to come back and talk about what's going on in Frisco. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Awesome.
The Community Difference Frisco is made possible by Brian Poduska, owner of Real Property Management Focus. Paul Fisher, loan officer with Certainty Home Lending. Debbie Watson with Team Watson Redeemers. Ethan Donovan with Donovan Creative Agency. Jacqueline Crider with PBJ Mortgage. Chance Post with Total Care ER and Total Care Networking. Matt England, Director of Corporate Partnerships, and Andre Coles, head coach of the Frisco Fighters Arena football team. Tracy Churchman with Best Buddies. Kristen King, marketing rep with the Frisco Rough Riders. And by Bethany Rowan, realtor with Rowan Homes. The Community Difference Frisco. Together, we can make the difference. And now, back to the show.
Are you ready?
Because it's time for
What's up, Frisco?
All right, welcome back, everybody. This is the time of the show where we talk about what's going on in Frisco. And when I say that, I don't mean just the stuff you can Google off the internet and see what's going on. We're talking about job openings. We're talking about fundraisers. We're talking about networking events, all those sorts of things. So I'm going to start with Jax. Jax, if you don't mind sharing what's going on in Frisco that you know of.
Yes, absolutely. I'd be happy to, Brian.
Awesome.
So we've got quite a few really cool things happening. I don't know if you've been listening to the show for a minute, but if you have, sometimes Brian likes to ask us what we like to eat in Frisco. And one of the things that I have said is a great local pizza place called Halo. And they're doing an event this weekend, August the 10th. It's called Rides and Pies. So if you like cars and you like pizza, this is where the two intersect together. So that is going to be at their location there on Panther Creek Parkway. So that is a really good opportunity. This one you actually could Google, but I always think it's a really cool idea to try to be engaging with your city leaders. So there is a really cool thing called Roll with the Council that the Frisco City Council does every single, I believe it's every single month. Yes. Then the next one's going to be August 17th. It's going to be on Starwood Trail. And you basically can literally like bike ride with community leaders. So you want to get a little bit of understanding about Frisco and what Frisco is about and maybe how you can get plugged in if you're new to our area. This is a great opportunity to be able to plug in with those community leaders and learn a little bit more about our city and about the beauty of our city because you'll be bike riding.
Love that. A little bit of help involved and, be safe.
Well, you might need it if you go eat the pizza, right? Like the pizza and then you got the health exercise. So balance it out, guys. It's all about balance.
It's a great offset and try to be safe around your community leaders and don't purposely, get in their way and make them crash. You can vote them out if you need to. Don't just, don't create accidents. No, that's awesome. Cool. Thank you for sharing that, Jax.
Absolutely.
All right. Tracy, what do you have going on?
We have a lot going on in August. If you go to our website and click on the events tab, www.bestbuddies/Texas/events, you'll see August is very busy for us. I mean, everyone's going back to school, right? So all of our school chapters are starting up and they'll get cranking once we get into school. And we also have our first ever caregiver or parent plant and sip. It's for anyone who is a parent, a sibling, a family member, grandma, grandpa, caregiver, anyone who wants to come and meet other families like theirs. And that's this Saturday at Scottish Rite Frisco campus. That is also on our events website. And then we have 3 Dining with Buddies events that are happening during the month of August. And they're in 3 different pockets. One is Rockwall, Dallas, one in Grapevine, and one, of course, here in Frisco and Plano. And that's on our website as well. And then something exciting, we've partnered with the Frisco Family YMCA, and we're going to offer with them a free Zumba class, which I don't know that I will participate. You guys don't want to see me dance. It's not I'm just going to put that out there publicly. No one wants that.
But it'll be great.
It's okay.
my son Tyson and his girlfriend Crystal are super pumped about it. So that'll be on August 24th, and that's on our website as well. And then coming up in the rest of the fall, we have a Ranger game that we're gathering a big group of buddies with us to go watch the Rangers play in September. Then we have a group going to the state fair in October. And of course, it's gala season here at Best Buddies North Texas, and we are gearing up for our Champion of the Year Gala, which is November 22nd, and it is our biggest fundraiser of the year. So I am actively looking for allies to partner with us and help us bring our mission home. So that's what's going on with us.
You
That is quite the list. Yeah, that is quite the list. That is what's up right there. Well, thank you for sharing that, Tracy. That's awesome. And, you know, I look forward to a lot of those events coming up here. And it looks like we have Tracy Klein, who was able to join us. So welcome, Tracy. I will get you in here in a second. I'll say hello for right now, and then we'll get you in to introduce yourself here shortly. So, all right. Thank you so much for joining us. I did see Debbie Watson said hello. So shout out to Debbie. She's one of our co-hosts here on the show, and she does a lot of other stepping in and hosting of other shows here on The Difference. Tracy mentioned you guys have a Best Buddies tie-in with the city of Rockwall or Rockwall County. We do have a Community Difference show in Rockwall, so we'll have to get you plugged in over there as well. But I did want to mention a few things here before we get off the What's Up Frisco topic. We've mentioned this one before on the show. It is the magician. I'm going to call him a card trick guru. His name is Jason Ledane. If you haven't seen this dude on Facebook, TikTok, he's got all kinds of reels out there, does amazing things with cards. Sleight of hand, probably some, I guess he's been doing it for like 30 years, and he is just a genius with card tricks. So he will be at the NAC Theater on October 18th and 19th, 8 p.m. We're mentioning it now because I guarantee you this will sell out. So if you want to be amazed and hear some funny little anecdotes, he's very, I'll call him satirical. That's probably a nice way of putting it. It's going to be a great show. Check that out. Also, last week we mentioned a fundraiser that happened last night, which I went to. It's the Purple Heart Memorial. That is the event last night was a fundraiser for that effort. This is a mock-up of what one of the several different designs that may be approved here in Frisco. They are fundraising now, so we will keep you guys up to speed on what next events are coming up. Like I mentioned, I was at the event last night for about a half hour, and it was fantastic. Very well attended. Lots of awesome prizes auctioned off in an entertaining way, I might add. But I know they raised a lot of money for this effort. If I do get final figures from the city of Frisco, I will certainly share those on the show. But stay tuned for future events because I think that's a very worthwhile cause to donate for. And I do have one other event that I do want to just mention here briefly, and we'll have more information on this coming up. But this is a band. It's called Justin Ross and Deadwood Revival. They're based out of Fort Worth, but they are raising funds for all Dallas-Fort Worth area fire, EMS, EMT, first responders. They've got an event going on Sunday, September 29th. And they are raising funds for those public service organizations, like I mentioned. Like I said, we'll have some things to splash up on the screen in coming weeks, but I know that they are looking for donations and donors for their auction as well. So more information to come on that. What I can tell you is a phone number for them. It's Justin Ross and Deadwood Revival, name of the band, phone number to call if you're interested in participating in that event. 817-313-6500. So 817-313-6500, or go to www.justinrossmusic.com. All right, that's what I had. And
the only other thing I want to say really quickly, Brian, is
please.
Guys, don't forget that next week the Rough Riders will be back in town. And I believe it starts on Tuesday. I think it's like the 13th, and they'll be here for like roughly like a week. So it's a really good opportunity, you know, as kids are going back to school and stuff like that, to go out and support the Frisco Rough Riders. It's such a fun experience. It's always something that I love to do, even way before they sponsored the show. So it's definitely something you should check out. And if you need any tickets, there's an opportunity to reach out to some of us here at the Community Difference, because we might can hook you up with that.
That's absolutely right. And you are running out of time. If you haven't been to your Frisco Rough Riders game this year, or if you're looking to go, they've only got a couple more homestands left. I think 2 more. The one that you mentioned, Jackson, then I think they're back for the first week of September. So definitely.
They've already made the playoffs, though. Like they had made the playoffs like a couple of weeks back, just FYI. So they're doing awesome.
Brian, I think we're going to be doing one of our events there on the 16th, not the suite night, but I think it's just where viewers and co-hosts and past guests are going to come together and go out and enjoy a game.
Awesome.
Love it. Well, get out there and support those Rough Riders. It is a super fun atmosphere. You know, try to stay out of the sun from about 6:30 till 8:30. But after that, it cools off nicely. Or just go out to the lazy river they have in right field and cool off there. Awesome. Well, I think that'll wrap up the What's Up Frisco segment. What I do want to do is let Tracy introduce Tracy. And if Tracy with an E, Tracy Klein, if you have anything that you want to put a spotlight on, events, any sort of fundraisers or job openings that you know of here in Frisco, feel free to do that. But first, Tracy Churchman, I'm going to let you introduce Tracy Klein.
I'm so excited to introduce Tracy Klein to everyone today. She is a true daughter of North Texas. She was born and raised here in Dallas and Mesquite. And for the past 22 years, she's lived and worked and worshiped in the Allen community and surrounding Collin County sister cities. She currently works as the executive director of the Credit Union of Texas Charitable Foundation, which is a huge partner of ours at Best Buddies that I'm so grateful for. In this role, Tracy supports the organization's mission to assist with resources for individuals struggling with suburban homelessness, food insecurity, as well as women and children in crisis and people with special needs. The foundation is also committed to empowering individuals to reach their potential through education and financial literacy. Tracy Klein, welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Tracy. And what an honor and a blessing to be here and to meet each and every one of you today. Thank you for having me. Because when it comes down to it, we're all in this together. And you will hear me say that many, many, many times. We are all here and we're in this together because we are stronger and better when united together. And it's going to take us all. There's a lot of need in Collin County and Dallas County, everywhere. But I am so honored and blessed to be a part of that, of the CUTX Charitable Foundation. The CUTX Charitable Foundation is fairly new. It's only 3 years old. We are under the Credit Union of Texas, which started in 1931 by 13 teachers with $5 each. And fast forward today, we have over 170,000 members with over $3 billion in assets. Our core members, they changed the name in 2001 to Credit Union Texas because it's not just for teachers. It's for anyone that, lives, works, or worships, and we do say worship, in Collin County, Dallas County, Denton County, Rockwall County, Lamar, Fannin. We're moving a lot into the East Texas area as well. But our 5 pillars, I think Tracy mentioned those, were homelessness, food insecurity, women and children in crisis, special needs, and then education, more so on the financial literacy side. But we cover a very broad spectrum, and we love, love, love Best Buddies. In fact, we actually have some of their members as guest greeters at some of our branch locations, and we love them. We absolutely love them. We love to give them jobs and support our community. and what they're doing is absolutely wonderful. So, you talked about different things that we have coming up. Just so you'll know, 100% of our CUTX Charitable Foundation's proceeds go back to the local nonprofits. My salary is under CUTX, not the Charitable Foundation. So we can honestly tell you 100% goes back. And we really like the smaller nonprofits who are the boots on the ground. No offense to United Way. They do a great job. They're just enormous. But we really like the ones that are, boots on the ground and working with, these are clients and their members on a daily basis. So that's our joy. I actually happen to be a board of director for Children's Advocacy Center of Collin County. I'm also a board of director for Hope Restored Missions, which helps with the homeless and helps them get housing. I'm on the advisory council for Texas Health Hospital. And a few other places, but I love my job, and I don't even want to call it a job. I call it a calling. I used to work for the City of Allen for Economic Development Corporation for almost 15 years prior to coming here. And I was business retention and expansion manager. So I worked with all the businesses, existing and new, and basically helped them with resources and tools to help their companies. So I actually even, when I was in that role, had a corporate social responsibility section. If we incentivized a company to move to Collin County or specifically Allen, we expected them to, to own up to corporate social responsibility. And
Tracy, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, but we're gonna get a little bit deeper into all of that a little bit later in the show.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I love the fact that you have your hands in so many charitable pots in such a good way. So I do want to go deeper on that a little bit later in the show. Right now, though, first of all, thank you for joining us after getting through the technical difficulties.
Thank you.
We are a live show after all, so we muscled through it and got you on. So happy to have you. Right now, we are going to take a really quick commercial break. On the back end, we're going to dive into our business topic of the month, and then we'll get into diving into your operations and your story. So right now, Lennon, go ahead and take us to commercial break. We'll be right back.
And now a word from a few of our amazing sponsors that make the Difference Radio, live stream, and podcast network possible.
Frisco Fighters prepare to reach new heights at Comerica Center this spring. From competitive matchups to exciting theme nights, you won't want to miss a second of the action. Join us and experience high-scoring, hard-hitting indoor football that's fun for the whole family to enjoy. Visit FriscoFighters.com for game highlights, tickets, or to reserve your spot at the Tarmac Tailgate Party.
Everyone deserves access to affordable health insurance, but with traditional insurance, costs can be high and getting coverage can be complicated. JP Direct Health is a simpler, more affordable way to get the health coverage you need. With plans for individuals, families, and small businesses, you can save money on monthly premiums without the need for physicals. At jpdirecthealth.com, we specialize in customizing coverage to fit almost every budget with affordable PPO plans and many other benefits. With over 100 5-star Google reviews, JP Direct Health is a trusted resource making health insurance affordable and accessible for everyone year-round. Affordable health insurance solutions are a proactive protection, not a reactive solution. Visit jpdirecthealth.com today and see how much you can save.
I'm always here to help. Thank you.
Enjoy DFW's most fun, affordable night out and catch the Rough Riders, the AA affiliate of the Rangers, at beautiful Riders Field in Frisco. The Riders are back home August 13th through 18th. The weekend opens with Friday Night Lights, a tribute to local high school football on August 16th, Loteria and Quesos de Frisco on the 17th, and Marvel's Defenders of the Diamond on the 18th. Don't miss fireworks on Friday, presented by Globe Life, and more fireworks on Sunday as well. Get your tickets at RidersBaseball.com. The Frisco Rough Riders, the future stars of your Texas Rangers.
Are you or someone you know pregnant or planning to conceive? Caitlin Smith is both a certified childbirth doula and instructor offering childbirth classes to couples wanting an unmedicated, physiological birth outside of the hospital setting. Caitlin has served the local community since 2021 and specializes in working closely with midwives, all while best supporting a mother's physical body, her partner, and the birth environment. You can contact Caitlin through Instagram at This Mama Doula or email her at caitlinsmithdoula@gmail.com to learn more about childbirth classes or her doula services.
Are you looking to buy a home? The process can be daunting, but it doesn't have to be. With the help of a qualified loan officer like Paul Fisher, you can get the financing you need and get into your dream home. Paul Fisher, a direct local lender with Certainty Home Lending, has many years of experience helping people buy homes. He's knowledgeable, experienced, and he'll work with you to find the best loan for your needs. Contact Paul Fisher today to get started on your home buying journey. He'll help you every step of the way, so you can relax and focus on finding your dream home. Visit www.loansbyfisher.com or call 817-308-7361 to schedule a consultation with Paul. MLS number 2018111.
Now back to the show.
All right, welcome back, everybody. As we mentioned before we went to commercial break, we have a business topic of the month that we want to dive into. Business topic of the month of August is, and I don't want to butcher this, so I'm going to read it. It's differentiation, the art of standing out in a crowded market. Now, I'm excited to talk about this topic today with our guests and the co-host mix that we have today, because it's a unique perspective from a nonprofit or fundraising standpoint. But I think that we're going to find out there's a lot of similarities, whether it be, the real estate market, and any fringe that we have here between mortgage and, home prep and home marketing, and then, the nonprofit aspect. So I'm excited to dive into this. And as I look through some of my notes, I'm going back to what I just heard Tracy with an E, Tracy Klein, what I heard you talk about. Something unique that you guys have at CUTX is the ability to pass through all of the funds raised with very little infrastructure to support. Obviously, that would be a differentiator in your marketplace, but purpose, the idea of purpose-driven marketing, purpose-driven branding. I want you guys to talk about the advantage that offers you, Tracy, from more of a Tracy. I'm going to have to say Tracy Klein. I'm going to have to make sure that I'm looking at you on my screen, but I'm not actually speaking. I need to make sure I'm clear on speaking to you. Tracy Klein, with a purpose-driven, business in general, right? How do you have differentiation in that nonprofit space, utilizing that purpose-driven aspect?
And this is Tracy with an EY. You're asking.
Tracy with an EY. Yes.
I'll answer to everything else. Just call her Tracy. I'll answer to whatever.
I'll just tell you about the last names. You're gonna be Klein and Churchman. All right.
You can't even say Tracy C because they're both Tracy C.
Right.
So
Right.
we're really throwing you through a loop today,
You're
Brian.
right.
You're Klein and Churchman. We're going back to our sports roots here. We're just going by last names.
Yeah, that sounds perfect. Perfect.
All right, Klein, what you got for us?
So kind of what differentiates CUTX Trail Foundation is one that we work with multiple nonprofits. And like I said, 100% of our proceeds go back to those local nonprofits. So where, your best buddies or your the Samaritan Inn, they're all vying for that precious dollar. We get to spread that love and that pie to multiple nonprofits where, $5,000 to a very small nonprofit may not mean as much, or may mean a lot to a small nonprofit and may not mean as much to a large nonprofit. But the ways that we go about doing our fundraising is very special and unique as well. So we have car raffles. We've already done 2 car raffles, Lexus ES 350s. We gave away our first one in January, and our second one was in May. We are getting ready to start our 3rd car raffle September the 1st. So be on the lookout. And we actually do very, very well with our car raffles. We get them through Park Place Lexus, and next one's going to be a NX 350, which is more of an SUV type of Lexus. And we'll do a drawing December 20th. But we usually can make quite a bit of money. We can usually make around $130,000 on a typical car raffle. Again, that's a lot of money. That's just one of our many ways that we fundraise. We do bingo fundraisers. We'll do restaurant give backs where we'll, have everybody go. We try to think of unique ways to give back. We'll have a golf tournament. But again, 100% of our proceeds go back to helping multiple nonprofits. And
I was going to say,
Tracy,
yes, sir.
It sounds like.
Sorry, Klein, let me ask you a question. You mentioned the partnership that you have with Park Place, Lexus.
Yes, sir.
I'm interested in that because one of the ways that we can strategically, set ourselves and make ourselves stand out in the marketplace is collaborative partnerships, right?
I was going to say the same thing, Brian. Absolutely.
Yes. Great minds, right? I'm really curious how you established that relationship and that partnership with Park Place, because obviously that's a win-win for both, and it's for that charitable cause. So can you expound on that a little bit?
Yes, sir, I can. A lot of people don't realize that Credit Union of Texas owns GoFair, which you can buy new cars, used cars through GoFair. We also own Fair Lease. You can lease a car. We have what we call the white glove treatment. So you can tell us the make, the model, the color, any kind of extras you want. We will go and find it for you, no hassle, and bring it back to our inventory warehouse where you can have a private visit, no salesman, no nothing, no hassle, and take a look at it. So we actually work with a lot of the different dealerships. So we're able to work with Park Place Lexus specifically because we can get a deeper discount, on those vehicles. And they want to work with us because we can give them advertisement as well. And you have 170,000 members. And we have, weekly emails and newsletters that go out. It's going out to all of those 170,000 members. And then plus we blast it on social media. So we're giving them recognition and, and marketing, as well. So it's really a win-win. Now, I'm also on the board of directors for Children's Advocacy Center of Collin County, where they actually give they donate a Lexus every year to them. And so I have, we have partnerships and know that pretty much the same people. So it was kind of I'm still working on Park Place Lexus because we do buy the vehicles at a deep discount. But ultimately I want to, a partnership with them to say, hey, we buy X amount of cars every year from you. Can you throw us a bone and give us a free car, once every 5 or 6 cars, and I'm working on that. And again, that's about collaboration and partnership, because we want to help each other, but it's a great way to raise money. It truly is.
100%.
Well, and Lexus and Park Place specifically in our area is a very strong brand.
Yes.
So that collaboration is definitely allowing you to stand out in a way that is allowing more people to know about you, right? Because
Correct.
maybe what you're sponsoring is not as well known, but that Lexus name and that Park Place name here locally has a really strong pull, a really strong following, which is great and helping hugely, I'm sure.
Absolutely, it does.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And that's, that's a lot of what we talk about here in our previous business topics, that collaborative partnership. Mm-hmm. It weaves its way through a lot of these different topics. And I love that you guys are doing it from, a nonprofit and a fundraising standpoint. And kudos to Park Place Lexus for doing that. I think that's a great partnership.
Yes.
No, that's awesome. So thank you, Tracy. Jax, I think you were gonna ask the next question. I'll give it to you.
Yeah, absolutely. So I know, Chanel, that you are newish to our area, right? This is a business that you've been launching, etc. Are you leveraging user-generated content? So for instance, for me, when I go ahead and we do a loan for somebody, we ask them to tag us, to take photos and sort of widen our brand, standing out at a crowded market by having them do the proactive step of tagging us, right? Or sharing. And so obviously what you're doing is a very visual side of media, right? Like here's the before, it looked like this, here's the after. Are you leveraging any of that to kind of try to make yourself stand out?
I am not so much. I'm doing a little on social media. That part's growing, but where I really find it most impactful is when I'm doing presentations in real estate offices.
Okay.
So I'll jump into their meetings, and the reason this company was created is to make a realtor's life easier.
Sure.
A lot of times the whole office is sending emails. Do you have a painter? Do you have a floor person? Do you have a cleaner? Do you have junk removal? Or I need someone to clean up the landscape, and they have to coordinate it all. Where we're just the one-stop shop. We have all the trades set up, and we can get it all done within a week. All the services, typically. Yeah,
that's awesome.
And we can start.
Okay,
right
Chanel, I'm gonna jump in here and just say we might need your services, because that's kind of what we do in between moving one tenant out and one tenant in. You just described one of our biggest pain points, and that is turning over a property. So
exactly, and I've had quite a few rental customers where they just need someone to refresh the carpet or put LVP in and paint the walls, and so that's a common way that we're able to help. Well, I'm glad you went a little bit deeper on what it is you do, because I had a different picture in my head. A lot of people think we're stagers, or I don't know.
Right. Yeah, I had a little bit different picture. I thought of it as staging on steroids, I guess you can call it.
Yeah, that's right. A lot of times people think that, yeah.
Well, we'll talk more offline, because there may be good congruency here. But so I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. So you go ahead and continue.
No, absolutely. Well, I mean, it seems like that she needs to be doing this innovative storytelling to be able to really, because like I said, I don't think, like I said, my mom is interior design, has been for my whole life. And I think that kind of visualization of like what things look like beforehand, what you guys were able to accomplish, not from the perspective of, staging, but from the perspective of like, like you said, oh, here's this gross carpet, right? And like, then this got ripped out, this beautiful, nice carpet exists, etc. So if you're not doing it yet, I'm going to encourage you to do it, because I think it's going to make you stand out big time. What else do you think really is allowing you to stand out in a way that, that kind of differentiates you? Because there is, like, again, to Brian's point, right? So he didn't even quite understand exactly what it was you did, right? And we all struggle with that. We think we know, like we think other people know what we do for a living. They do not know. Even in mortgage, people, I think they would know, like we do the loan, right? For this big transaction. No, they do not know that.
Right.
It's like I have to explain it to them and what we do and why we're different, etc. So what do you think is your best way of doing that, accomplishing that?
I mean, I think we're different and we stand out because we're fast. For example, we had, there was a brand new realtor who had this listing, and he couldn't get anyone past the front door because the carpet smelled of pet urine so bad. And finally he reached out to the owner and told him, and we went in there, replaced all the carpet, junk removal. He had left and moved out of state. His wife passed. He put this, took his belongings and left a bunch of stuff in the house he didn't want to deal with. So we took everything out of the house. We did the carpet, the cleaning, junk removal, landscape cleanup, everything. Had a final cleaning at the end, the last day, and it took 4.5 days to do it all, the whole thing. And then we can offer financing for it also. So there's a lot of different stories. We had another lady who she went into a facility because she had dementia, and the whole family moved her and themselves to Colorado, and the whole house was full of every cabinet. The closet was full. She only took a few belongings. And so in that case, I'll go through and get some things that are donatable. And sometimes we donate to a women's shelter called River of Life Homes. But I am looking for other places to donate things. So maybe that's Tracy, maybe Klein, maybe we can connect on that, because
there's some collaboration happening as we speak.
I mean, you go into a house and it kind of makes me sad because it's this person's whole life, their books, their things. And so, I try to get the most valuable things out of the home that can be used somewhere else that someone needs. And then we kind of trash the rest.
I would love to talk with you.
Yeah.
See, here we are building connections, building business opportunities.
I was going to say collaborative partnerships, guys, as we speak.
Absolutely.
That's it right here. I do have a question for Churchman. So I'm going by last names here. But I'm going to ask it on the backside of this commercial break because we've got one coming up. But I'll give you a teaser. Standing out and differentiating on a personal level, right? So think about that, because I'm going to ask you a question on the back end, and I think it's very applicable to you and what you guys are doing and your past history with Frisco ISD. So stay tuned. We'll get to that on the backside. But right now, Lennon, go ahead and jump to commercial.
And now a word from a few of our amazing sponsors that make the Difference Radio, live stream, and podcast network possible.
Hey Texans, hold on to your hats. The Mesquite Championship Rodeo, newest sponsor partner of the Community Difference shows, is back, bigger and better than ever. Witness the heart-pounding action as the best riders in the world compete for glory. Feel the thrill of the chase, the raw power of nature, and the unbreakable spirit of the West. Don't miss your chance to be part of the legend. Get your tickets now for the Mesquite Championship Rodeo or win yours free just for watching the Community Difference shows.
Unwanted pests in your home can be stressful. From creepy crawlies to critters under the floorboards, they disrupt your peace of mind. But don't worry. All Pest Solutions is here to help. We offer a comprehensive range of safe and effective pest control solutions. We target all types of pests, big or small, including insects, rodents, and wildlife. All Pest Solutions, your local experts for a pest-free home. Breathe easy and enjoy your life again. Call today for a free quote. 972-442-1169 or email us at customerservice@allpestsolutions.com.
Buying a home? It should be an exciting time, not a stressful one. At Proven National Title, we understand that buyers want fast, reliable, transparent, seamless, convenient title and closing services. Therefore, our services are not limited to our office or yours. Let Jackie Tobar and all the fine folks at Proven National Title help make your dream of homeownership a reality. Call us today for a smooth and stress-free closing. Contact us at 972-752-8540 or email at jackie.tobar@provennationaltitle.com. Proven National Title. Give me one and I'll earn the rest.
To belong is one of our most basic human needs. Best Buddies International is the world's largest organization dedicated to ending the social isolation of 200 million individuals who have intellectual and developmental disabilities. We focus on meaningful one-to-one friendships, integrated employment, leadership development, and inclusive living. You have the power to make an impact, create change, and champion our mission of inclusion today.
And now, back to the show.
Okay, welcome back. And we are going to have one more quick question that I wanted to ask Churchman. I still can't get over the fact that I'm calling you by your last name.
It's like a sports team right here in Sports City, Frisco.
That's right.
I'm used to it, honestly.
So, all right, Churchman, here's my question for you. Personalization at scale is kind of one of the ways that we've learned, right, that we can differentiate in a crowded marketplace. And the reason I thought about you on this point is, you live your cause on a day-to-day basis with your son Tyson, right?
Yep.
So help the audience maybe understand how you've been able to really take that personalization and scale it to exactly what you're doing today. And then also maybe include some of that Frisco ISD intervention as well, or involvement as well.
Sure. Gosh, that's a big question. So
I know, it's full of big ones.
I mean, like you said, I eat, breathe, and sleep it. My son's 21, Tyson, with Down syndrome. And he's been involved with Best Buddies since elementary school. So about 14 years or so. So from a parent's perspective, I've been involved with the organization for a long time and always wanted to be officially part of the organization. And the driving factor for me to, I love Best Buddies. I love everything about it. He's in all of the different programs, friendship, jobs, leadership. I just want to share that this amazing tool. I call it a tool because it's really helped him become who he's supposed to be. I want to share it with everyone who I possibly can, who I come across, just because, you know, as a parent, it's very isolating. It can be very, very isolating. And I don't want that for other families. I want them to have this tool, you know, in their back pocket and be able to lean on Best Buddies for whatever it is that they need. So does that answer the question?
It does. It
Okay.
does. And I think also what you guys are doing and integrating it into Frisco ISD and exposing and really exposing to a lot of people who don't have that exposure to it.
Yeah.
I heard that in previous, you know, when you were our guest before you joined on full time. I thought that was brilliant when it came down to, all right, taking your personal experience and really leveraging it through the Frisco ISD system as, again, a kind of a win-win collaboration, but also taking that personal experience and leveraging it, and seeing as how you came from the Frisco ISD system as well.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, that whole topic was meant for you.
Yeah. So I used to work for Frisco ISD for 9 years. And as such, I was able to bring it to my elementary campus, which we don't have a lot of school chapters at our elementary campuses yet. I say yet. But, you know, because that's harder to do one-to-one friendships there, it's more of a group kind of club. But at the middle school and high school levels, you know, where people become more independent as they mature and as they grow, it's much more of a one-to-one friendship club situation. I follow a bunch of the school chapters on social media in Frisco here, you know, like Liberty, Frisco High School. They all do such a great job. Centennial, they're all doing their back to school club interests, you know, where the freshmen come in and they find a club that they're interested in and something that they want to explore further. So yeah, we're doing some awesome things here in Frisco.
Yeah, no, for sure. Awesome. Well, I don't want to, I mean, we could talk about this topic for, you know, the entire rest of the show. But what I do want to do is make sure that we're able to spotlight our guests and hear their stories and make sure that we, you know, share that with our audience as well. So I'm going to turn the conversation. Let's start with you, Shadell. If you don't mind, just tell us, you know, what the heck inspired you to start what I'll call a very unique service in that it's quite comprehensive.
Yeah.
So what made you crazy enough to get on that cliff and jump over it?
It's definitely crazy. As you see me here, sitting here calm, my brain is going a million miles an hour. I mean, so I have always, so over the years, I've bought homes and remodeled them. Even the home I'm in now, even though it was a builder grade home, before I even moved in, I just wanted to change the space, and I did. And I've always been interested in real estate investing. From like 15 years ago, I, you know, realized how valuable that is to invest in, have a rental or, you know, stuff like that. Anyway, so I've been in the mortgage industry as a headhunter recruiter for 15 years. Honestly, the last 3 years, I was burned out, I felt like I'm not passionate about this anymore. It's not like, I'm just going through the motions. It paid really well, but I just needed to get out. And I was forced to, back in November, I was laid off, and I pretty much figured, you know what, this is God's way of saying this is your time to figure out what you want to do. Now, prior to that, I was looking at different franchises, and I was looking at flooring, all these different things, because I'm a weirdo. I like flooring. So
I'm excited about tile.
Flooring and closet, you know, stuff like that. So anyway, I couldn't find one, and then out of the blue, I got a phone call, and it was Homestretch, and this is a newer franchise, and it gave me the opportunity to transform spaces, you know, in a cosmetic way, but you know, I've also partnered with the contractor, so if they want more, we can do a full remodel. So I get to do that. And it's my own business, and I'm learning a lot as I'm doing it, but it's going really well. It's a lot of work, more than I've ever thought it would be, but I love it. I'm excited about it. I'm energized, and I didn't feel that towards the last 3 years of my career in mortgage. I just felt like and so I'm 51 years old. I have a 7-year-old and recently adopted an almost 16-year-old. She'll be 16 this month. And so all of this happened all at once. But again, it's an amazing thing to do. And I can't wait to see what happens if I make it through this year without passing out. I can't wait to see what happens.
The heat's not helping with that. Sorry about it.
So, we just keep rolling with the punches, and, I've been told I'm pretty resilient, and I just, we're just going to keep going, and it's fun, and business is coming in. The value of what I'm offering, realtors, is very well received. And so it's just a matter of scaling the business and continuing to grow and getting the word out more.
That's awesome. And so we've all been in those shoes, or those of us who have started businesses from scratch have been in those shoes. And isn't it amazing how much more energy you can tap into when you're doing something that you're hopefully very passionate about, but more importantly, know that that's the success of that business is the success of your future and your family.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. No more shopping in the middle of the day.
Right?
Yeah, and that's fine.
Unless it's for tile, right?
Unless it's for tile and helping someone pick up stuff,
Yes. So when it's for home related things, you're allowed. But
I love that stuff. I do.
I want to know her skincare routine because she looks like she's 30.
Oh, thank you.
Oh my gosh, you're gorgeous.
Thank you very much.
Well, yeah. So we'll come back in about 5 years and see if it's still look like it.
No, yeah, I have this really nice camera that seems to scoop everything out. It costs a little more than the regular one from the computer. So
what you're saying is thanks for the filters, because
exactly.
Before so they all exist.
Well, filters or no filters, Chanel, that's congratulations on a new business.
Yes, congratulations.
That's what we're here for, is to try to help get your name out, get your word out, be seen, be heard, be remembered. And
I love that. I appreciate it.
For sure. All right. Well, let's shift it over to Klein over here, and just tell us a little. We heard a little bit about the multiple things that you've got going on, and kind of how you got into some of the fundraising things that you do, but tell us a little bit more. I'd love to hear that.
Well, first I have to give a plug in for Tyson, Tracy's son. He's awesome. They came
I can vouch for that. I agree.
They came to one of our bingo fundraising events. Did Tyson win, Tracy, that night?
Yeah, he won a B12 shot, which I kind of took from him.
Yeah. But did he win a game and win a big prize or no? I can't remember. Okay.
No. And I was helping him, and he insisted on having his own thing, so it was like chaos. But we loved it. It was so fun. We can't.
He is adorable, and we were so glad that y'all came. A lot of times, what we like to do at our different fundraising events is we like to let the nonprofits come and set up a table. We actually have future events that we would love to have Best Buddies come out, put their table up. Another Children's Advocacy Center, Collin County, is going to come put a table up at our next bingo event, which is going to be at Heritage Ranch and Country Club on September the 12th. It's a Thursday. And we're going to have probably 4 or 5 nonprofits there that we're going to showcase in between our bingo games and give them about 5 minutes to talk. And that's a great way to get the word out in the community and awareness about some of these smaller nonprofits that they may have never heard of. So it gives them an opportunity as well, because we're going to have about 250 people at this next bingo event. And it's all about awareness and us coming together and, again, helping these nonprofits, because a lot of them don't have staff, to market or to put out on social media and things like that. So we can help them to do that. We also have 2 food trucks with 2 professional culinary chefs that we go out and we feed the homeless. We go to Title I schools. We do a lot with students. We have what we call smart branches. The first one was in Allen High School. The second one is Little Elm High School. And the third one, most recent, is Berkner High School in Richardson. So it's where the students actually run. It's an official CUTX branch, and it's ran by the students. And it basically teaches them financial literacy. And they can start as early as 10th grade, 11th and 12th. And each year that they work at the branch inside the high schools, they get $1,000 at the end of the year of scholarship money. So potentially they could make,
that's really
by their senior year, if they worked, sophomore, junior, senior, they could easily make $3,000 for higher education and scholarship money. And we also offer, internships and things at the corporate office for them and at the branch locations as well. So it's very rewarding. We give back to the community. We are people over profits because we are a not-for-profit. We're a credit union where, I was formerly with JP Morgan Chase for 38 years. And when I told them I was leaving, they didn't ask me why. They didn't care. They report to shareholders and investors. If you join our credit union, our members own the credit union. And so we're local and we can give back, and we give back in lots of ways, food truck. We have, photographers that can come out and take pictures for you and help. And but like Tracy, I had several pillars that I experienced when I was growing up. Our house burned down due to electrical shortage when we were gone. Our family came home and our house was gone. We were homeless, and this is back in 1974. There are no resources. There were none. I also grew up with a severely mentally retarded aunt that was born at home, and the doctor had used the forceps on her and caused her to become severely mentally retarded. She crawled, wore diapers. I was at a very young age changing my grown aunt's diapers. We had to feed her. So I knew at a very young age what special needs meant. My Aunt Donnie lived till she was 42 years old. The doctor wanted to put her into a state home, and my grandmother said, God doesn't give you anything you can't handle. And through the love of our family, Donnie lived till she was 42, which is unheard of. And then I actually married my husband. I celebrated our 40th anniversary this year. And I have a niece that's deaf. She had caught meningitis when she was 15 months old. She is now 42, beautiful, and taught me sign language. And my kids took sign language at Allen High School 3 years, and my daughter can be an interpreter. So special needs are very near and dear to my heart as well. So I covered a lot of, they say through your greatest pain becomes your passion. And I truly, truly believe that. And I want people to know that we have resources and been able to help people now that are in desperate need, but whatever their situation is, that there are resources that we can connect them to and we can help them with. And that's what it's all about, helping each other.
Absolutely love that. It's great to hear that background, and that's exactly why you're as passionate as you are about the things that you do. So
yes,
awesome. Well, thank you for sharing that, Tracy Klein.
Thank you. Thank you.
Fantastic. Okay. Well, guys, I appreciate our guests sharing their backgrounds and a little bit about their whys. Obviously, both are very passionate about what they do, and love to hear that from all our guests. That's oftentimes my favorite part about being able to host on a weekly basis, is I get to hear those whys. And it's kind of a reminder to me, why I'm doing what I'm doing. Hearing the story of Shadell starting her business from scratch takes me back, and makes me kind of hate those days, but also like,
makes you want to cry.
Well, sometimes, yeah. But also just different sort of challenges, right? And a good reminder of why we're doing what we're doing. All right, guys, what we're going to do right now is take our final commercial break. We're going to come back on the backside of that, and we're going to do rapid fire. And Tracy Klein, you didn't hear what rapid fire is, so put on your seatbelt.
Buckle up, Buttercup.
Buckle up. We're going to have some fun, crazy, maybe off the wall, maybe some easy questions. You never know what you're going to get. You'll find out on the backside of this commercial break. Go ahead and hit it, Lynn.
Okay. At the Community Difference Business Development Alliance, powered by the Difference Media LLC, our mission is to empower small business owners by transcending acceptable behaviors and outcomes into exceptional realms. We foster a culture of self-awareness, accountability, and proactive engagement, guiding individuals to recognize and overcome indifference towards transformative actions, habits, behaviors, and processes driving meaningful change. Through strategic networking, impactful content creation, and innovative top-of-mind strategies, we cultivate brand relevance and differentiation, enabling our partners and the Difference community to stand out in crowded markets. With a focus on building authentic connections, amplifying brand presence, and driving sustainable growth, we equip entrepreneurs with the tools and mindset to navigate the complexities of entrepreneurship with confidence, innovation, and resilience. Together, we aim to be the catalyst for difference makers, propelling them towards their highest potential and leaving a lasting impact on their businesses and communities. That's where our community podcasts come in. These podcasts lie directly at the intersection of innovative business development and community involvement, helping to bridge the gap between small business obscurity often seen in our communities. The community-based podcasts called the Community Difference Series are an integral part of integrating all facets of modern business development into a package of great content, positive impact branding, and top-of-mind presence, thus fulfilling the greater mission we set forth. When we set out to be difference makers, we can learn to make a difference and find the success and impact innately desired by all business owners and entrepreneurs. We are difference makers.
Are you ready?
Rapid fire.
All right, welcome back. We are in the rapid fire section of our show. That's where I'm going to ask a question. You are going to provide a rapid answer as quickly as you can off the top of your head. No time to think unless you're last in order. Then you have maybe 10, 15 seconds to think about it. So put on your seatbelts. I am going to give you the first question. It's going to be an easy one. Is your bed currently made? Yes or no? Churchman.
I knew it.
I know, every time. Yes, my bed is made every day.
Chanel.
Every time.
Nope. And normally, actually, it is. It's made. I made it today.
I don't know if I believe that. Jax.
No, it's made because I had the cleaning lady.
Yesterday, Joe was like, he's going to ask it. It's never made. I don't know, Brian. Brian asks me that question every time. But no, it's not.
Okay.
My bed was made up until I started this business.
No, it's not. And yeah, no, it's not.
Even that. None at all. Mine is made today. Lennon, what about you?
Yes, it is.
Okay, fine. I didn't see the numbers on that. We're about to split 50-50. I like that. All right. I heard in the discussion some fundraising activities. I heard casino night. What is your favorite casino game? Klein.
Blackjack.
Okay. Jax.
Let's see. Yeah, probably also blackjack or slots.
All right. Chadell.
Craps.
Tracy.
Hardcore. I'm gonna go with blackjack.
I'm 100% with Chadell. Craps is by far the most fun, potentially highest risk game, but it's the most fun on a heater. Lennon, what about you?
Blackjack and poker.
Okay. Fair enough. All right, food question. Italian beef, hot dog, or hamburger? Churchman.
What was the first one?
Italian beef, hot dog, or hamburger?
Oh, hamburger.
Chadell.
I'm going to say burger because I don't want to say Italian beef.
No shame, no judgment.
Why is that one of the choices? Like,
I was gonna say mine would depend on my mood, but probably hamburger.
Okay, Klein?
Hamburger.
Okay. Reason I asked the question is one of my favorite restaurants is Portillo's because I'm from Chicago, and Italian beef is by far my most favorite from Portillo's. So
And
that's
now
why
you made Lyndon want one.
Yeah, that's exactly where I got it from.
He does it every week to Lyndon. He's like, I'm gonna make Lyndon want to go there.
Well, and Brian, we have a monthly fundraising give back event with Portillo's. Every month. Our last one was July 31st, where they give back 20% of the proceeds if you go to lunch or dinner at Portillo's. So yeah, and we love Portillo's
every single time.
Okay, all right, Tracy Klein, we need to connect because one, we'll get a partnership with Park Place, Lexus to get a free car for the difference to give away. And then two, Portillo's, which will go right in my stomach as middleman.
I love it.
However we can partner up, I'm on board.
Okay.
All right, final question, and then we're going to wrap up the show. Karaoke gun to your head. You have to sing karaoke no matter how much you hate it. What song are you singing? Chanel, we'll start with you.
Salt and pepper, push it.
Love it.
Now you know how old I am.
Push it real good. Churchman, your turn.
I'm gonna say Mustang Sally.
All right.
Okay.
That's a mediocre answer. Not very confident, but all right. No, not a bad answer. Just need more confidence on the delivery. All right, fine.
Definitely Dancing Queen by ABBA.
Ah, sweet. That's high pitched. I like it. Jack.
I mean, I could do anything Backstreet Boys or NSYNC, but today I'm going bye, bye, bye.
All right. Well, I heard this on the radio the other day, and it was total throwback, so I'm going Vanilla Ice. Ice Ice Baby.
No.
By the way, fun fact, I actually dated the guy whose dad brought him out on his label.
No.
I would like text him, and he'd be like, I'm with Vanilla Ice.
All right,
I was like,
stop.
oh my God.
Collaborate and listen.
Can you play it really quick? Ice Ice Baby.
I was gonna say,
we should end the show with Ice Ice Baby.
Yeah. All right. Now you got that going through my head. Okay, so we do have to wrap up in 2 minutes. So what I want to do is go around the horn. Thank you for that. You can take off your seatbelts now. You're off the hot seat. I did want to take just 30 seconds each. Fidel and Tracy Klein, what I'd like you to do is just again remind people who you are, what you do, and your key takeaway from today. So, Shadell, I'll let you go first.
I'm Homestretch Home Preparation Services. Basically, we partner with realtors and sellers to help get homes ready for sale. All of the cosmetic work, paint, flooring, junk removal, landscape cleanup, and we do consultations in 24 hours and quotes within 24 hours. So we're fast.
Awesome. And key takeaway?
Partnering with Tracy to find more ways to donate the things we find in the homes. Mm-hmm.
There we go. Love it. That's making connections right here.
Yep.
All right, Tracy Klein, 30 seconds. What is it you do? How do we get a hold of you? And what's your key takeaway?
And that's hard for me because I have a gift of gab, and it may not be a gift all the time. But
30 seconds. That's all you
Tracy
got.
Klein, CUTX Travel Foundation. We love to partner and support local nonprofits. We are the hands and feet of God. We would love to partner with you and collaborate and help those in need. We have upcoming fundraiser events. Bingo, September 12th. We are going to be hosting in our corporate office, North Texas Giving Day, about 20 nonprofits in our lobby, feeding anybody that makes a donation. We're going to give them a hamburger or a hot dog, Brian. So come on over because, we have a car raffle coming up. And again, 100% of our proceeds goes back to helping the most vulnerable in our communities.
Awesome. Well, Tracy Klein, thank you so much for being our guest. Fidel, thank you so much for being our guest.
Thanks for having us.
Tracy Churchman, Jacqueline Crider, thank you so much for being co-host today. Great discussion. Awesome time. I can't believe an hour and 15 minutes has already flown by.
Thank you for watching today's show.
The Community Difference Frisco is made possible by Brian Poduska, owner of Real Property Management Focus. Paul Fisher, loan officer with Certainty Home Lending. Debbie Watson with Team Watson Redeemers. Ethan Donovan with Donovan Creative Agency. Jacqueline Crider with PBJ Mortgage. Chance Post with Total Care ER and Total Care Networking. Matt England, Director of Corporate Partnerships, and Andre Coles, Head Coach of the Frisco Fighters Arena Football Team. Tracy Churchman with Best Buddies. Kristen King, Marketing Rep with the Frisco Rough Riders. And by Bethany Rowan,